1. Introduction. Imagine life as a game. To play any game well, you need rules. Life is similar. We all want to be successful and happy. Principles are like the rules for life and work. They are ideas that we can use again and again in different situations. Think about learning to ski. There are principles to follow to ski well, like keeping your balance. Parenting also has principles, like being patient and supportive. Work and business also have principles to be successful. These principles help us understand how things work in the world. People who know and use good principles are often more successful. Ray Dalio is a very successful person. He started a company called Bridgewater Associates. He believes his principles are the key to his success. He has written about these principles in a big book. This book is based on his ideas, but it is written in easier English for everyone to understand. It will help you learn about these important principles and how to use them in your own life. Why are principles so important? Because life can be complicated. We face many choices every day. Principles give us a way to think about these choices. They help us decide what is important and how to act in a good way. Without principles, we might just react to things without thinking about what we really want or believe. In the chapters that follow, we will explore these ideas in more detail. First, we will see why rules or principles are important. Then, we will look at some very important rules for life. We will also learn how to set goals and achieve them. We will talk about dealing with our weak points and how to improve. Later chapters will focus on principles for work, including how to work with people and make good decisions. This book is designed to encourage you to think for yourself and find your own path to success using principles as a guide. We hope you will find it helpful and interesting. 2. Why you need rules. Imagine you are playing a game. Any game like football or a video game. To play well, you need to know the rules right. Life is a bit like a game too. And to live well, it helps to have your own rules. We call these rules principles. What are principles exactly? Think about what is important to you. These are your values. For example, maybe you value being kind or being successful or being honest. Principles are like guidelines that help you live by your values every day. They are the rules you use when you make decisions. They show you how to act in different situations to get what you want in life, in a way that matches what you believe is important. Why are principles so important? Well, think about successful people you know. They often have rules they live by. These rules help them make good choices again and again. Without principles, life can be confusing. You might react to things as they happen, without thinking about what you truly want or what is important to you. This makes it hard to achieve your goals and live a good life. For groups of people, like in a team or a company, principles are even more important. They help everyone work together in the same way and understand how to behave. Where do these principles come from? Sometimes we create our own rules from our experiences. When something works well for us, it becomes a rule we follow again. For example, if you learn that studying hard before a test helps you get good marks, that becomes a principle for you. Always study hard for tests. Other times we take rules from others. Families, cultures, or even books can give us principles to live by. This is okay, but it's important to think about these rules. Do they really fit with what you believe? Do they help you live by your own values? It's important that your principles are right for you. They need to match your values. If your principles are not in line with what you truly believe, you might feel confused or even unhappy. Think about your own life. Do you have rules you try to live by? What are they? Are they helping you? To find good principles, you need to look inside yourself. Think about your experiences. What have you learned? What is really important to you? Be honest with yourself. Ask yourself difficult questions. This self-reflection is key to creating principles that will truly guide you and help you succeed in life. When your rules come from honest thinking about yourself and your values, they will be the best rules for you. 3. My most important rules for life. When I was young, I learned a lot from my mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, but it is important to learn from them. I started to think for myself. I did not just want to remember what other people told me. I wanted to understand things myself. One important thing I learned was to think for myself and not just follow what everyone else thinks. In the market, most people can be wrong, so you need to think in your own way. I also learned to be careful because it is easy to be wrong. It is important to find people who are clever and ask them to check my ideas. This helped me see if my ideas were good or not. For me, it is very important to find the truth. I want to understand how things really are, even if it is hard. This is what I call hyperrealism. It means seeing things as they truly are, not just how you want them to be. Some people think this means I don't dream, but it is the opposite. To achieve big dreams, you need to see reality clearly. People who change the world are those who see what is possible and make it real. They do not just imagine things that are not possible. Life is always changing. Things are always getting better or worse, like in nature. This is evolution. To do well in life, you need to change with the world. You need to adapt. This means learning new things and changing how you do things when needed. Evolution is a strong force, and it helps things improve over time. I also learned that when you do things that are good for you, it is often good for other people too. When you work hard to achieve your goals, you often help society in some way. For example, if you create a good business, it helps you and it also gives jobs to people and makes things that people want. So when you follow your own interests in a good way, it can also help everyone else. This is how self-interest and society can work together. These rules are important to me because they helped me understand life and work better. They are about being honest with yourself, learning from mistakes, thinking for yourself, seeing reality, adapting to change, and understanding how your success can also help others. These are my most important rules for life. 4. How to get what you want. To get what you want in life, you need a plan. It's like going on a trip. You need to know where you want to go and how to get there. This chapter is about a simple way to do this. It has 5 steps to help you get what you want. First, you need to know what you want. This is the most important step. What are your goals? What do you want to achieve in your life? It could be a big goal, like starting your own business, or a smaller goal, like learning to play a musical instrument. It is important to be clear about your goals. Write them down. Think about why these goals are important to you. Second, you need to find the problems that stop you from reaching your goals. Everyone has problems. Problems are just things that are in your way. Don't ignore problems. Find them and write them down. What are the things that make it hard for you to get what you want? Maybe you don't have enough time, or maybe you are afraid of failing. Be honest with yourself about your problems. Third, you need to understand your problems. This is called diagnosis. Why do you have these problems? What are the reasons behind them? For example, if your problem is not enough time, ask yourself, why don't I have enough time? Maybe you spend too much time on things that are not important. Understanding the real reasons for your problems is very important to solve them. Fourth, you need to make a plan to solve your problems and reach your goals. Now you know your goals and your problems. You have also understood why you have these problems. Think about how to solve them. Write down a plan. What steps do you need to take? What tasks do you need to do? Your plan should be clear and simple. It should tell you exactly what to do. Fifth, you need to do the tasks in your plan. This is called execution. A plan is not useful if you don't follow it. Work hard on your tasks. Do them step by step. Don't give up easily. It takes time and effort to get what you want. This process is not always easy. You may have problems at each step. You may make mistakes, but mistakes are okay. Mistakes are a chance to learn. When you face problems, don't get angry or sad. Think about them. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Reflection is important for progress. Pain and reflection together help you to improve and move forward. Sometimes things will not go as planned. You may have setbacks and challenges. This is normal. Life is not always easy, but if you follow these 5 steps, you will be more likely to get what you want. Remember to keep going. The process is like a circle. You set goals, find problems, understand them, make plans, and do tasks. Then you look again at your goals and problems. You learn and improve each time you go through the steps. This way, you slowly but surely move closer to getting what you want in life. It is about making choices and learning from them. It is about being honest with yourself and working hard. It is about taking responsibility for your life and making it better step by step. Prioritize what is most important and always remember your goals when you face difficulties. Getting what you want is a journey, not just a destination. 5. Working with your weak points. Everyone has weak points. It's normal. We all make mistakes too. Think of these not as bad things but as chances to get better. Like when you learn a new sport, you don't get it right at first. You need to practice and learn what you are not good at. It's important to look at yourself honestly. This is called self-reflection. Ask yourself, what am I not good at? Where do I make mistakes? It can be hard to see our own weak points. Sometimes we don't want to see them. This is our ego. Our ego can tell us we are perfect or that mistakes are bad, but this is not true. Another helpful thing is to ask other people for feedback. Ask friends, family, or people you work with, what do you think I could do better? What are my weak points? It can be difficult to hear, but honest feedback is very useful. They might see things you don't see in yourself. Once you know your weak points, don't ignore them. Find ways to work with them. Maybe you are not good at details. You can ask someone who is good at details to help you. Maybe you are not good at speaking in front of people. You can practice more or find ways to work in smaller groups. There are always solutions. Think of yourself like a machine. A machine has different parts. Some parts are strong, some are weak. If you want the machine to work well, you need to fix the weak parts or find ways to make them work better. This is higher-level thinking. You are not just doing the work, you are also thinking about how to make yourself, the machine, work better. Imagine you have 2 yous. One you is the designer. This you looks at the whole machine, at all your strengths and weaknesses. The other you is the doer. This you does the work every day. The designer you needs to be honest about the doer you. If the doer you is not good at something, the designer you needs to find a solution. Maybe the designer you needs to train the doer you, or maybe the designer you needs to find someone else to help the doer you. Working with your weak points is not easy, but it is important. It helps you grow and become better. Don't be afraid of your weaknesses. See them as puzzles to solve. When you solve them, you become stronger and more successful. 6. Good rules for work. When you work with other people, it is important to have good rules. These rules help everyone work together well. Think about a sports team. They have rules to play fairly and win. Workplaces also need rules to be successful. These rules are called management principles. Good management principles are like a guide for how to run a company or a team. They tell you what is important and how to do things in a good way. Two very important things in any work are the people and the culture. Culture is like the personality of a company. It is how people behave, what they believe is important, and how they work together. A good culture is very important for a company to do well. If the culture is good, people are happier and work better. Think about how a company can get better. It's like learning from mistakes. If something goes wrong, a good company looks at what happened. They ask, why did this happen? How can we do it better next time? This is called a feedback loop. You do something, you see what happens, and you learn from it to improve. This feedback loop is very important for a company to keep getting better. Some important ideas for a good work culture are truth, excellence, meaningful work, and good relationships. Truth is about being honest. It is important to be honest about problems and mistakes. If you are honest, you can find the real problems and fix them. It is also important to be open with each other. This is called radical transparency. It means sharing information openly so everyone knows what is happening. When everyone knows the truth, it is easier to work together and make good decisions. Excellence is about trying to be the best you can be. It means always trying to improve and do things in a high-quality way. In a good workplace, people want to do excellent work. They are not happy with just being okay. Meaningful work is about doing work that feels important. When work feels meaningful, people are more motivated and enjoy their jobs more. It is important that people feel their work makes a difference. Good relationships are about working well with others. It is important to respect each other and communicate openly. When people have good relationships at work, they are happier and more productive. Open communication is very important. This means talking honestly and directly to each other. It means saying what you think, even if it is difficult. It also means listening to other people's ideas and opinions. When people communicate openly, they can solve problems and make better decisions together. In a good workplace, it is okay to make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes sometimes. What is important is to learn from mistakes. When someone makes a mistake, it is seen as a chance to learn and improve. The focus is not on blaming people, but on understanding why the mistake happened and how to stop it from happening again. This creates a culture where people are not afraid to try new things and learn. These rules are simple, but they are very powerful. If you follow these good rules for work, you can create a better and more successful workplace for everyone. 7. Hiring the right people. It is very important to choose the right people for your team. People are the most important part of any group. If you have good people, you can do great things. But if you hire the wrong people, it can cause big problems. When you hire someone, think about what you need for the job. What kind of person will be good in this role? Think about their values, their skills, and what they are good at. It is important to find someone who is a good fit for the job and for your team. Finding the right person is like finding the right piece for a puzzle. You need to look carefully. Talk to people and see if they have the qualities you need. Do they believe in the same things as your team? Are they honest? Do they want to learn and grow? These things are very important. After you hire someone, you need to tell them what you expect. Make sure they know what they need to do and how you will check their work. Give them regular feedback. Tell them when they are doing well and when they can do better. This helps them to improve and helps your team to work well. It is also important to care about your people. Work should be meaningful and relationships in the team should be good. When people feel valued, they work better and are happier. Create a place where people can learn from mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. It is okay to make mistakes, but it is not okay to not learn from them. To see if someone is right for a job, you need to train them and test them. Give them real tasks to do. See how they handle problems. This helps you to see if they are the right fit. Training is not just about teaching skills. It is also about helping people to grow and become better. By hiring the right people and helping them to grow, you build a strong team that can achieve great things. 8. Solving problems and making good choices. In life, we all face problems. It is important to know how to solve them. Good problem solving starts with seeing the problem clearly. This means noticing when something is wrong or not working well. If you don't see a problem, you can't fix it. Once you see a problem, you need to understand it. This is called diagnosis. It's like a doctor finding out what is wrong with a patient. To diagnose well, you need to find the root cause. The root cause is the real reason behind the problem, not just what you see on the surface. Ask why many times to get to the root cause. Use logic and reason to understand the problem deeply. After understanding the problem, you can start to design solutions. Think about different ways to fix it. Make a plan that is clear and easy to follow. Your plan should have steps that will solve the problem. Think about what needs to be done, who will do it, and when it will be done. Making good choices is also key to solving problems. When you make a choice, use logic and reason. Think about all the information you have. Sometimes you will not have all the answers. This is uncertainty. It's important to know how to make decisions even when you are not sure about everything. Do not be afraid to ask for help or advice from people who know more than you. To make good choices, you need to put all the information together. This is called synthesizing information. Look at all the different parts and see how they connect. Then you can make a choice that is effective and will help you solve the problem. Finally, remember the 80-20 rule. This means that 80% of your results come from 20% of your actions. Focus on the most important things. Don't waste time on small things that don't matter much. By focusing on the important 20%, you can solve problems and make good choices more effectively. Solving problems and making good choices are skills you can learn and improve. The better you are at these skills, the more successful you will be in life.
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.